Hey doing everyone, it's Joe here from Living to Learn. I was tagged in a video recently by Joe Nuccio from Prepper in the Woods and other members of the YouTube knife community to do a video on my three knives. And this is kind of a hard one for me because I'm a broker, collector, somewhat moderately successful knife designer, and as of late I've been lucky enough to represent a brand of knives, a particular brand of knives. And will be doing so moving forward in the future. So I don't like doing these type of videos because you start getting people saying your opinion is weighted and you're biased and stuff like that. So I tend to steer clear of them. So apologies because I get tagged in these videos a lot, and I'm not too quick to do them because I like all knives, shapes and sizes and purposes and stuff. And when I get asked to do these three knife videos, or my favorite bushcraft videos, or my favorite movie knife videos and stuff like that, I don't like to do it because I don't like to show favoritism. I prefer to talk about a knife and what it can do and tell people what it can do for them, and if that's what they want, well then they can go and get it and stuff like that. I prefer to give advice and let people make up their own mind on what to choose and what to buy. So the reason why I'm doing this one anyway is because it's a bit different. It's a different take. Instead of just me picking three knives, there's three different categories, and I can do categories. Categories I can do because you can't call bias there because it is what it is. So this one is my cheapest one, my most used one, and my most recent purchase. And that's easy pickings all day long, and then you can't get people screaming bias when you're constantly talking about one particular knife and stuff like that. It's the last thing I like to do. So we'll start off with my cheapest one, which is kind of a bit of a cheat. But this is the cheapest knife I own. That wasn't a gift, and we're all lucky enough to get gifts. And personally, I think those gifts are priceless. Because at the end of the day, they're a gift. But this is the cheapest knife I've got in my collection that I bought at the moment. It's a Mora Bushcraft Black. It's had a hard life. I got this in Sweden when visiting Mora many years ago, and it's a tradition that whenever I go camping in Sweden, that this is what comes with me. It is a factory second, so you can see it has the survival handle, it has a forest pommel, and it has a Bushcraft Black blade. It cost me all of €2 for the sheath, and I think I paid about €4 for the knife, so all in all €8. We say under €10 this knife sent me back. And I've had it all the time, and personally, in my opinion, one of the best. It's the Ali. It's one of the best pound for pound blades that you can get for all round stuff. Even not just bushcraft. The ergonomics are fantastic. It's got a 90-degree spine. Here it's the Mora Bushcraft Black. It needs no introduction, but that is the cheapest knife that is sitting in my safe at the moment. Good knife, good all round knife. We will go on to my most used. Now this was a hard one for me because I didn't know whether it was the most used recently. There's people out there who know, or if you're a member of the community and watch the channel, I've been lucky enough to collaborate on a knife with Davy Crawford, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a great one-tool option, and I'm a one-tool option guy. So we're not going to get drawn into that argument today. That's the one that's been on my belt the most over the past 3 or 4 months. But if you take into consideration, which is what I've done today, what has been on my hip the most since I started bushcraft, and since I started collecting custom pieces and designing knives and stuff like that, and the whole knife world in general, it's this baby. This is the Brenton Good Quick Hatch Trapper. My take on it, my custom take on it, it's a little bit bigger, and I really like this knife. This knife has been on my hip more than any other knife I owned. I've got chunky hands and stuff. It just fits me well. Knives are a very personal thing when you start talking about fit and feel, ergonomics and performance and stuff, when you start getting out of fit and finishes. But that would be her. It's this knife has left me, and then thanks to Joe Nuccio has come back to me through trades and stuff. But it was one of the first custom pieces that I ever commissioned and worked on with a designer, and it is an absolute tank. But the reason why that's here is because over the past 3 years, this is the one I've done the most videos on. This is the one that I've carried in the forest the most. This is the one that I've completed all my projects and stuff that I work in the background with another guy on, that I'm slowly working on maybe getting accredited for. This is what's been on my hip the whole time. Canoe trips and everything. The wolf stories, and it's always the Mora Black and this bad boy. So she's sitting pretty in retirement now at the moment, but that would be my most used knife if you were to take hours in the cockpit into consideration. So, a quick hatch trapper. And my most recent purchase would be this, the Mora Knife Precision. Picked this up at a store day that I did about a month ago, and it's an absolutely brilliant one. I'm getting more and more into practicing carving and stuff, and looking to try out something like this. I was never a fan of the 106 because of the lack of choil. The 106 goes without stating, it's probably one of the best slide knives and carving knives ever, but when using a knife outdoors, I preferred and was always hoping that Mora did a 106 in a more outdoor friendly handle, as in more traction in the rain, a finger choil for more safety, because you know, if you're sitting at home and you're carving spoons and stuff, you're up on your chest, it's nice, probably green wood too, and it's lovely and soft, and you can do whatever, and the 106 does its job very well and has done for decades. But the reason why I was hoping that Mora brought out something like this was because in the woods, especially in limited woodland environments, you could be working with seasoned stuff, you could be working with stuff with knots, heavy knots in it that you have to kind of plow through and push through, and your hands could be wet or cold and stuff. So I was really glad that they came out with this, and I picked this up there recently and I've really liked it. It's got Mora's stainless, it's 440C stainless, wicked edges as always, very easy to sharpen on the strap. Most Mora knives come in at about 58. So that's her. Just wanted to make a really quick video. It's part of the Craftline series as well, which I'm a big fan of because they're sheets. The Craftline series all come with these handles, but I like the Craftline sheets. Are adaptable, that you can clip them on. You get your dangler. I'm not a fan of the classic sheets. They're aesthetically pleasing, but they're the classic sheets. So that's it. The Quick Hatch Trapper, my most used to date, my cheapest, my factory second Bushcraft Black, and my most recent one, the Mora Precision. There you go. Thanks for the tag, Joe. I'm going to tag, if you guys want to do it again, live videos can be very hot and heavy, so if you don't, I'm going to tag Bill Blust, I'm going to tag Shane Phelan from Eagle Ridge Survival, Joe Mobley and Rodney Fontaine from Black Boot Survival. There you go, guys. You're being tagged. I'd love to see what your 3 criteria are. Your most used, your cheapest, and your latest purchase. Alright, Joe from Living to Learn, out.